Wyatt, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We're going to talk about some of the big sports news.
All right. Well, don't assume it's going to be fun. It could be really sad.
That's
it could
true.
be emotional.
That's true. All right, first big news. Kevin Durant becomes a free agent 12:01 Friday morning. Where do you think he's going?
I feel like he'll stay in Oklahoma. Just because going to the Knicks, that's as long as Carmelo Anthony is there, no winning happens.
You're not a Carmelo Anthony fan.
I am sure he's a lovely human being. I bet he and I could talk ad nauseum about, the show Unreal and have a lovely conversation about that.
He shoots the ball a lot.
He shoot ball a lot.
He shoot ball, ball don't lie.
Although I think if the ball had anything to say about it, the ball would be like, come on, man, this feels like an Of Mice and Men kind of Lenny situation where it's just like, let me go. It's too hard, man.
We have to be leading all sports TV shows in Of Mice and Men references. I believe this is the third of our show.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
it keeps coming up.
Just randomly coming up.
There's flowers for Algernon all over the place. Yeah. Speaking of the Knicks and Carmelo Anthony, Derrick Rose traded to the Knicks last week. Are you a Knicks fan?
I am a Knicks fan, but also kind of on hiatus until Carmelo leaves. I would say trade him to the Clippers for Blake Griffin, and then that way the Clippers can make their pitch to LeBron by saying, hey, look, we've got all your garbage friends here.
So even with Derrick Rose on the Knicks now, you're still out on the Knicks.
I just wonder what that offense is going to look like. I feel like Derrick Rose is very talented. I wonder if now coming to the Knicks, he will become a guy who is content scoring 12 to 15 points and maybe getting 11 assists. I mean, I think when you're playing with Carmelo, you're going to have to get used to assists, so maybe that'll... I mean, if you get the ball, but it's lovely guy, though.
Messi, I'm sure you've heard, retired from international play after losing in the Copa America final to Chile. What are your thoughts on that reaction to losing? I quit. I'm done here.
It does feel a little bit like you guys are supposed to let me win. I'm the best soccer player. You're supposed to let me win. It's a very Carmelo way of thinking. I don't know why this keeps...
Let's bring everything back to Carmelo.
It just keeps going back to a man who I'm sure is a great guy. And I bet we enjoy the same burger place.
Johnny Manziel's defense attorney accidentally texted information about his plea deal to a reporter from the Associated Press. I don't understand why a lawyer is texting anybody about a plea deal.
How is that so casual that you're just, you know what, I'm just going to DM him.
One of the quotes from the text was, heaven help us if one of the conditions is to pee in a bottle. I've never been asked to pee in a bottle before. I've peed in a cup. But in a bottle, that's like when you're drunk coming home from the bar and you're in someone's car and they won't pull over, so you have to pee in that Gatorade bottle in their back seat.
Sure, that's also more of a Texas thing. I grew up in Texas, and so I'm guessing the lawyer thought, you know what, Johnny Manziel, he's famous in Texas. If you're a lab tech, you want the famous people. You want to test that famous urine. Yeah. You want to be able to have friends over and say hey, you see that acid strip on the mantle there? Yeah, Johnny Manziel. Yeah.
So last thing to talk about, you've got a new series called Night Train, which premieres on CISO this Thursday.
That's true.
But Night Train's the name of the show that you've been hosting for how long now in Brooklyn?
It'll be 4 years later this month.
It was hilarious. A very fun show. Premieres this Thursday, June 30th on CISO. Wyatt, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Katie. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we'll never be able to have Carmelo Anthony on this show, ever.
If Carmelo, I didn't want to say any of those things. Katie put me up to it.